Hey, what's up everyone? It's Dave, and we are going to do our first cook on my Pitboss. So this is it. It's just a small one, right? So we're going to cook a 4 pound, I think it's 4 pound slab of salmon tonight, skin on. So stick around as I go through the different things that I do, all right? This was not a professional video. I'm not a professional person, right? I'm just having fun and a guy who's going to make some dinner tonight, right? Should take about 3 hours, right? Be right back. All right, so the video that I watched that I will reference did not have a Pitboss, and his temperature settings were a little bit different. So I'll keep an eye on mine, but I have the Pitboss 456 Delta 3, I believe is the model of it. As you can see, it's smoking away here. So the video that I watched recommended a temperature of 160 for an hour and then up to 170 after the first hour, right? Well, 180 is my lowest setting on here, so we'll take a look at it. We'll probably keep it at just a 180, and then once it gets to we'll probably just monitor it, because we'll mainly need to cook this one about 3 hours instead of he went about 3.5, I believe. But so anyways, our overall goal of our salmon will be an internal temperature of about 130 to 140. So we'll keep an eye on it and see how it happens. All right, stand by. So I use the app with mine, but you can see the temperature going up here. It is Wi-Fi, so this particular model is Wi-Fi. There are some of them out there that look just like this one that is not Wi-Fi, okay? So, but this one is Wi-Fi, and showing you the actual temperature there, 114, right? All those goodies. And then you've got the gauge on the front as well. So, yeah, we'll let this get up to temperature, and then we'll show you the salmon. All right, so while the grill is getting up to temperature, I want to show you my salmon. So this is how I did it. I took the, it was almost 4 pounds, and I cut it into a couple of, three smaller pieces. Yeah, three smaller pieces so I could fit it in these gallon Ziploc bags. And I didn't do it as long as the gentleman did on YouTube, but they've been soaking in this brine, which is just sea salt and some brown sugar, and I just kind of guessed at the the amount, so nothing fancy here, but I want to get it out, and then I'll show you what we're going to put as far as like the rub on it. All right, so the rub that we're going to use is a roasted garlic and herb, just from Grill Mates McCormick, right? So it's not what I was planning on going with, but my lack of planning is driving us to this. All right, so basically I'm just going to get this piece out. Get it out here as easy as I can. Look at that. Woo! And like I said, this one, if I didn't say it already, this is skin on, okay? So here we go. So we got these two pieces here, and then I've got one more piece that we're gonna get on here as well. Make sure you have some paper towels handy, because you're definitely going to need those, because you're gonna wanna pat down your salmon as well. And that way that your rub that you're gonna put on it sticks a little bit better. There we go. All right, so we'll move this out of the way. And we're gonna grab some paper towels. We're just gonna gently pat dry the top here. We're not trying to take everything out of it, but we just want to dry it off some. Because it was soaking pretty good there. All right. So next I'm going to get some olive oil, and then we're going to pat put a light coating on the back on the skin. That's going to help it not stick to your grill too much. And then we'll put a light coating on the top to act more as like a binding agent, okay? To our salmon. All right, so I'm just using some basic extra virgin olive oil. Okay, so nothing fancy. I also don't have a fancy glove or anything to wear yet, because this is my first attempt, period, at anything on a smoker, right? So not gonna lie, a little bit intimidated, but we're gonna make this happen, and hopefully the family loves it. Speaking of them, they're about to be home, so I need to get this done before my video gets interrupted by little kids. All right, so we're just gonna put a light little coating here. Not too much, because we don't want to mess with it too much. It's just to help it not stick to the grill when we're all said and done. All right, we got that piece. Let's flip it back over. It's heavy. It's also gonna taste delicious, I know it. All right. Dab that back off a little bit. There we go. All right. Put some, just a little bit on this. All right. Rub it in there a little bit. I know you're probably wondering why it's taking me so long, right? First timer. All right, next we're gonna grab our seasoning here, and then we're just going to put this on here. I'm gonna put quite a bit, honestly, because I don't know how my family is going to do with fish. I know my 16-year-old is not a huge fan of fish, so I love salmon. Nice blackened salmon. I love it. Like when we go to the restaurant to eat, like we went to this really nice steakhouse this weekend, and I got salmon. The rest of the family pretty much got steak, but I got a nice slab of salmon. So we're just gonna treat this sucker up really nice. Now that's like I said, roasted garlic and herb. I am gonna throw a little bit of basil leaves on here too. So let's just throw some basil on there. I think that'll give a nice aroma to it and flavor. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to check our grill outside. Give you a good view of that. Don't that look good? All right, we're going to check our grill outside and see if we're up to 180 and put it on there and get it going. One concern that I have is that it not monitoring it properly and it getting too hot and then pushing the juice out of the salmon. But we'll see what happens. All right, so let's go check our grill. I think it's about ready. All right, according to this, the actual temperature of the grill is 196. It'll drop a little bit once we get it down, but this one here, we're looking closer to about 180. So little bit difference in that, but we'll see what happens. So let's go get the salmon and get it going. All right, so we've got our salmon and let's put it on the grill. All right, ignore the mess. All right, so we're gonna try and put this on here. My grill's not as big as the one that the guy had. So we're gonna get it laying in here. Alright, so here we go. We got our salmon in there. Get that pushed back just a little bit there. Alright, close this top. Alright, and we're going to check on it in about an hour. Alright, and like I said, this is a smaller pellet grill, the 456 Delta 3. So we'll keep an eye on our pellets as well. First time I've used it, so I don't know how much it's going to use. But so yeah, we're back down to, because we opened it up, just putting those slabs in there. It's down to 171. Yep, it's heating back up though. All right, so we'll be back in an hour. All right, so like I said, this is the first time that I've used this Pitboss, so I'm curious. Temperature outside today is about 75 to 78, right around there here in Central Texas. But I just want to show you, I'm looking at the actual temperature here, and it's staying, it was down to like 140 a second ago, so now we're at 160. So we may be okay with the temperature, setting it at 180 with the ambient temperature outside, cooking with it, but we'll see. And according to the temperature probe of this one, it's 150. One thing that I will be buying is I do have probes that I can put inside the meat, 2 different probes, and you'll see here probe 1, probe 2, but we'll see how it goes. All right. All right, everyone, we are at an hour. So I have been maintaining right at about 155 roughly on the average for this temperature, and maybe it's just because of the wind that's blowing. So, but anyways, we're gonna open this up. I've got my homemade home little recipe here for a glaze. There we go, sorry, off camera. So I've got this little glaze that we're going to baste it with a little bit. It's honey, soy sauce, garlic powder, and some other stuff. But so let's here goes nothing. Oh, look at it. All right, so this is just at an hour. So let's go ahead and just glaze this. Sorry, I'll figure this camera stuff out. All right. So there we go. Just glaze it. It smells delicious. Now, I was told by a friend of mine to be careful of this piece here in the back, that the way that the smoke and heat rolls is from the back to the front. So he says I may need to swap these out, but to keep an eye on it. So as of right now, it looks like it's okay. All right, so there we are. We've put our glaze on there, and we're just an hour in now. Because it's not maintaining, at least according to this gauge, 160, but more around 150, and I've got it set to 180. I'm gonna bump it up to 200 now for the rest of it. So I will do that on the app, but I'll show you in 1 second. All right, so we've set the temperature to 200, and then so it's gonna catch back up from us having the lid opened up. I will show you, so after an hour at 180, we're still really good on pellets. So obviously cranking it up to 200 now is gonna use a little bit more. I also did turn it this direction. I know the wind is coming from over there where my dog is. So hopefully catching it sideways, see how the smoke is blowing to the right there. Hopefully that will help it keep warmer, but we'll see. All right, we'll see you guys. We're gonna baste this every 30 minutes. But so we've got about 2 more hours until it's done, hopefully. All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back. All right, we're about 2 hours in, and I'm just curious. So I've got my gauge here. So we're just gonna go into the thick part of it. We're at 148. Thick part of it here, 142.3. 142, 144, 145. We might be done, y'all. 150. I think we're done. 144, 145, 150, 160. 151. All right, we're only an hour left, and we're at 150s. So I'm gonna let that last. I just put some more of my glaze on, so I'm going to just let it sit for, I'm gonna let it cook for maybe like 10 more minutes. I think I'm gonna call it done, so I need to get the sides going. I was not planning for this. Alright everyone, I do not want to ruin this salmon, so here we go. We're gonna do one last temperature check and then we're going to pull them out. Alright, as I am scared to death to ruin these salmon. So here we go. Everything says internal temp of 140 is perfect. So power this back on. Alright, here we go. So thick part. 142. Alright, here we go. Right here. 142. This bad boy. 150 and above. 41, 150. 145 and above. 150 and above. 156. I know I'm doing more than I have to, but I'm just scared to not have it done. 140. All right, we're gonna call it done. So, all right, let's see if we can work this here with you all watching. So we put the olive oil on the bottom, right? I'm losing some on the bottom, but oh no. Alright. Oh no, it's falling apart. Alright, the skin stuck. Well, that tells me that is definitely cooked well. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see if we can get this piece off here a little bit easier. There we go. Alright, there we go. Just falling apart. The dog's over here like, hey, what you got cooking there, Dad? Alright, obviously this is a mess, so we're gonna let that burn off a little bit. But anyways, so there it is. I guess the kids will give us a taste test. Let us know what they think. Alright, so this is the finished product. We've taste tested it. It tastes delicious. Was it delicious?
Yeah.
Was it delicious?
Yes.
Okay. It was delicious.
I did something wrong.
I guess I did good. Alright, see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Hit me up with any comments or tips that you might have. First time having done this, so I know it's not perfect. We'll see. Thanks.
When life keeps falling and wonder where he is in all this mess, he's right there to guide you. Unseen, you're not alone.